Good afternoon, it's Friday, July 4th, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma on the news this afternoon. FCT Minister Wike says former Rivers Governor Amaechi will not return to power. Presidency says ADC coalition alliance of displaced politicians. On the foreign scene, Russia becomes first state to recognize Afghanistan's Taliban government. I'm Ifechukwu Monyele with the news. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike today continued his criticism of former Transportation Minister Chibuike Amaechi, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and other members of the new opposition coalition. Speaking during the inauguration of the Agoma Palace Radio Nigeria New Market Road in Abuja, Wike said Amaechi will never come back to power. He accused the former Rivers State Governor of putting Nigeria into debt when he was Minister of Transportation.
He had an opportunity to be Speaker for 4 years. He had an opportunity to be Minister of Transportation for 8 years. He never made angry Nigerians to be happy. He will not come back to power. 2015, I defeated very powerful governor who wanted his boy to be governor. 2019, Super Minister borrowing money from China bank everywhere, making us to be highly indebted. 2019, DG to Mr. President, then he couldn't get 20% for Mr. President. I defeated him.
The FCT minister, who also took a swipe at former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, urged the leaders of the opposition coalition to show their scorecards.
I have said, everybody show your scorecard. When I was a Senate President in 2023, they said they will support one man whose business has been from 1999, I'm in this party. 2006, I'm in this party. 2014, I'm in this party. 2019, I'm in the other party. Now, 2025, I'm in another coalition. The Born You Born coalition.
Yesterday, former Governor of Rivers State Chibuike Amaechi criticized the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, saying he does not know why Wike disrespects him. Amaechi spoke on Channels Television.
Let the minister for FCT, but I don't want us to make him the subject of the debate or of the conversation. Let him come. Let's take a walk from the airport to Port Harcourt. No police, no army, nothing. Just two of us. Who is more popular? I don't know. I just stated that. Can you please go to the other things? There's so much noise. I don't know why he doesn't respect people like us. I'm older. I brought him up in politics. Or who was he? You see, he's a distraction. If the opposition continues to focus on him, we will be distracted from making the people know that this 2027 election is between the people. There's no party, no ADC, no AD, not this.
Amaechi further confirmed that he is no longer an APC member. He said he resigned on Tuesday.
I'd already transmitted my letter to the ward chairman. So I directed one of my staff from my village to convey the letter to the ward chairman that I've left the party, if there was any party called APC, by the way. You know, we have so much noise going on.
The former governor of Rivers State also alleged that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is frustrating the effort of opposition political parties to form a formidable force against APC in the 2027 general elections. And when asked why he remained silent during the feud between his successor and the suspended governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, former governor Rotimi Amaechi reportedly said there was no need to intervene as the situation had resolved, with someone eventually surrendering. Amaechi also pointed to what he described as ongoing looting in the government. Amaechi, who served as the governor of Rivers State for 8 years, was succeeded by Wike in 2015. Wike was also governor for 8 years before his appointment as the FCT minister in August 2023. Meanwhile, a former PDP Deputy National Chairman, Bode George, has criticized some of the party's chieftains in the vanguard of the opposition coalition on the platform of the African Democratic Congress, ADC. The PDP chieftain warned Atiku and some other members of the PDP who haven't renounced their membership of the PDP despite being members of the ADC coalition that they can't serve two masters. He accused ADC chairman David Mark and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar of being some of the architects of the crisis that rocked the PDP. George said the ADC coalition can't become a solid opposition platform as the PDP because, according to him, the coalition lacked strategy and concept. In the meantime, following the takeover of the African Democratic Congress ADC by leading opposition figures, the presidency yesterday mocked the newly formed opposition coalition, describing it as a hollow alliance of displaced politicians. The presidency dismissed comparisons between the ADC and the 2013 merger that birthed the APC, describing it as a desperate and self-serving power grab. The special advisor to the president on media and public communications, Sunday Dare, described its promoters as political desperados driven not by ideology or national interest, but by personal ambition and bitterness towards President Tinubu. He said that most of the figures now aligning with the ADC had long distanced themselves from the APC, some even before the 2023 general elections. Still on this, ADC presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Dumebi Kachikwu, says the takeover of the African Democratic Congress ADC leadership by a coalition of defectors is designed to give former Vice President Atiku Abubakar a platform to contest the 2027 presidential election. Kachikwu said this yesterday in his second reaction in 24 hours to Wednesday's unveiling of Senator David Mark as interim national chair of the party. He hinted that the coalition defectors' action will be challenged in court. Moving on now. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says it has received 12 additional applications from associations seeking registration as political parties. On June 23rd, INEC announced that 110 associations have submitted letters of intent to be registered as political parties in a statement on Thursday. Sam Olumekun, INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, said the list of new applications containing the names of associations, their acronyms, addresses, and interim chairmen and secretaries has been uploaded to the Commission's website and other platforms for public information. Coming up next, Rivers civil servants to protest over delay in June salary. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
And welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The chairman of the Nigeria Civil Service Union in Rivers State, Chuck Osuma, says civil servants will go on protest if the state government does not give a reason for the delay in paying the June salary by the end of their National Executive Council meeting this week. Mr. Osuma said this in an interview with correspondent Siobi Oruware. He explained that the protest was supposed to take place yesterday, but was put on hold.
The sole administrator went to Abuja to defend budget. He didn't appear. So they sent the salary for him to sign. I don't know. Because instead of him paying salaries, he invested a worker's salary to get whatever he wants, apart from whatever they want to do with Rivers State money. We are disappointed, and by the time we come back from our next meeting, we are going to take a different action. We will not tolerate it again. The two gates leading to the government house, we are going to block it. Please, at the end, maybe before the end of the month, 30th, but we don't got enough to take off. Workers are not paying salary.
Now, he also spoke about the steps the union has taken to find out why salary payment is now being delayed.
What happened yesterday, we were supposed to march down to the government house. I called the head of service before yesterday. They were in a conference through my office of the Auditor General. Well, yesterday we spoke. She assured me that salary will be paid yesterday. And up till now, salary has not been paid. But I wonder how civil servants, because it's when salaries are paid, families will have money to spend. People are complaining. I've had several calls. It is a very big concern. We are supposed to march to the head of service, march down to government house, and tell that man.
Meanwhile, some civil servants in Rivers State say since the declaration of a state of emergency, their salaries are no longer paid on time. They spoke with our correspondent.
Up to now, we have not been paid. Since the incoming this emergency rule, salary payments have been delayed. We always take salary to the next month. That's what we are experiencing. In the past administration, we have not been experiencing that. In the past administration, before 22, 26, and we don't know the cost. Nobody is giving us information about delay in salary payments. So we don't know. This is the hardship we are going through. Your family challenges, your children will go to school, and then you don't have this money to take care of your family.
The low salary started when this woman came in. Look at the capital income of the they should something else.
I feel bad because some people that I want to reach, I cannot reach them when I was supposed to reach. So we are still looking up to him as a father. Do the right thing at the right time. That's why people will rejoice.
In another development, the provost of Harvard College of Science and Management Studies in Abeokuta, Dr. Oluwatosi Adebayo, has opposed calls for students of private tertiary institutions to benefit from the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund. Speaking during a media parley and facility tour, Dr. Adebayo argued that families who choose private universities can afford the fees and therefore should not access government-funded education loans. Elsewhere, victims of the collapsed building on Adeniji Adele Road, Lagos Island, were said to have been served a quick notice but ignored it. A source from the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency revealed this to The Punch. The building, previously marked for demolition by the Lagos State Building Control Agency due to its distressed state, collapsed early Thursday, prompting a swift emergency response. Although several residents were hospitalized, officials confirmed no one remained trapped, and manual excavation is ongoing due to the building's tight location. In other news, NDLEA chairman, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, has warned that Nigeria's worsening mental health crisis cannot be tackled without directly addressing the country's rising drug abuse problem. Speaking at the 7th public lecture of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Marwa revealed that 1 in 7 Nigerians aged 15 to 64 abuses drugs, linking this to a surge in psychiatric disorders, especially among youth. He disclosed that in the past year alone, the NDLEA seized over 200 million pills of tramadol, arrested 66,000 traffickers, and secured 12,000 convictions. He called for nationwide collaboration involving schools, religious institutions, and the media to promote mental health education and drug prevention. And now in business, the federal government has fixed July 23rd and 24th, 2025 for a national stakeholders forum to address mounting concerns over petrol pricing and supply dynamics in the downstream sector amid growing agitation by independent marketers for price regulation. The planned summit, organized by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, is expected to bring together industry operators, marketers, refiners, and government officials to deliberate on petroleum pricing standards, feedstocks adequacy, and strategies to stabilize the deregulated market. Now, the executive director of hydrocarbon processing plant installation and transportation infrastructure at the NMDPRA, Francis Ogare, confirmed the date and summit at the just concluded 24th Nigeria Oil and Gas Energy Week held in Abuja. In entertainment, 1 year after publicly stating that he was not ready to have children, Nigerian singer Burna Boy has made a U-turn and is now stating that it's time to start considering having them as he now turns 34. During his 34th birthday bash during his toast, he hinted that he's finally warming up to the idea of becoming a father as he's getting older. In sports, President Bola Tinubu says former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai wrote his name in gold in the sporting annals of Nigeria and the African continent. In a statement issued by his special advisor on information strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president paid tribute to the football icon, fondly remembered by fans as Dodo Mayana. Now, the football legend died yesterday at the age of 61.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
Russia has become the first country to formally recognize the Taliban government in Afghanistan, sparking outrage from opposition figures. The decision marks a major milestone for the Taliban almost 4 years after they swept into Kabul and took power. Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi said he hoped it will serve as an example to other countries which have been recognized a regime which implements a version of Sharia law along with severe restrictions on women and girls. Others have criticized the move, with former Afghan saying any move by any country to normalize relations with the Taliban will not bring peace. It will legitimize impunity.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, you heard FCT Minister Wike says former Governor Rivers Governor Amici will not return to power. Presidency has said ADC coalition is an alliance of displaced politicians. On the foreign scene, Russia has become the first state to recognize Afghanistan's Taliban government. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyali. Many thanks for listening.
It's all talk and more talk on Nigerians' #1 talk station.
This country needs a marshal, needs a sheriff.
In some particular societies,